Alright, so today we'll be learning about 3D shapes. And what you guys are going to be learning today is pretty much how to draw these 3D shapes and how they are made up, which is pretty much like the components and all the vocabulary that you're going to be learning, and then how the nets make up these figures as well. And so musically, we're going to be doing a little activity at the end of it. And so you're going to perform a song that you make up about these 3D shapes with a group. So let's get started. So what you should have on your desk is toothpicks, clay, and a blank 3D shape chart worksheet. And then that 3D shape chart worksheet, you're going to be able to fill in as we go along with the presentation that I'm going to be doing for you guys. And you can also draw pictures of the shapes that you guys are creating with your toothpicks and clay. So first, some vocabulary you should know is face, which is any of the individual flat surfaces of a solid object. An edge, which is a line segment where two faces meet. Vertex, a point where two or more curves, lines, or edges meet. And the plural of vertex is vertices, which you'll hear me referring to a lot during this presentation. And then a net, which is a two-dimensional pattern of a three-dimensional figure that can be folded to form the figure. And here is a video on how to describe 3D shapes. Alright, so I hope that gives you guys a little bit of insight on the components of 3D shapes and pretty much how many vertices they have, how many edges they have, faces, or what they don't have. And so what we're going to be doing next is I'm going to be telling you a few components of these 3D shapes, and you can follow along by filling out that 3D shape chart that I gave you, as well as making these 3D shapes or trying to make them with your clay and toothpicks. And then we can see which of you got them right and which one got it wrong. So the first shape that we're going over has one face, 0 vertices, and 1 edge. And that will give you a cone. And then shape number 2 has 6 faces, 12 edges, 8 vertices, and that'll give you a cube. And then shape number 3 has 5 faces, 9 edges, and 6 vertices, which will give you a triangular prism. Shape number 4 has 6 faces, 12 edges, and 8 vertices, and that will give you a rectangular prism. Shape number 5 has 2 faces, 2 edges, and 0 vertices, and that gives you a cylinder. And lastly, shape number 6 has 0 faces, 0 edges, and 0 vertices, which gives you a sphere. Now what you're going to do is use that knowledge that you just collected from doing all of that and get into groups of 2 to 4 people. And then you're going to write a chorus, 4 lines minimum, about the 3D shapes that you guys see every day in your everyday life, like at home, the classroom, grocery store, or wherever. Because these 3D shapes pretty much are in your everyday life. And the lyrics do not have to rhyme. And this will be sung to the chorus of Put Your Records On by Corinne Bailey Rae. And you'll sing this in front of the class, so make sure you know all the lyrics. And then your homework will be to fill out the net worksheet that I give you, as well as figure out if the net given is correct, and if it is, then write down what shape it is. And so you'll need to study your 3D shape worksheet that you filled out previously, and then you'll also study that net worksheet, and there will be a test on the components of each 3D shape, as well as the vocabulary presented at the beginning of the lesson. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to sing a song about 3D shapes, and at the end of each line that I sing, when I do this kind of rhythm, you can go ahead and clap along with me, like, and so just try to keep that timing. Okay, here we go. 3D shapes are fat, not flat. A cone is like a party hat. A sphere is like a bouncy ball. A prism is a building tall. A cylinder is like a can of pop. A cube is like the dice you drop. 3D shapes are here and there. 3D shapes are everywhere.